If your silicone baking mat feels worse after cleaning than it did before, you're not alone. This is one of the most common frustrations people run into with silicone. You wash it, you scrub it, you even run it through the dishwasher, and somehow it comes out stickier, smellier, or more unpleasant than when it went in. And most mats don't fail because they weren't cleaned. They fail because they weren't cleaned the right way. Section 2. Silicone doesn't behave like metal or glass. When it's treated like it does, small mistakes quietly compound. Oils migrate into the material, soap bonds instead of rinsing away. Moisture gets trapped, residue builds, the mat feels worse, not because it's dirty, but because the system around it is wrong. Section 3. More soap feels like it should mean more clean. With silicone, it often means more residue. Silicone grips oils and it also grips detergent. When too much soap is used, it doesn't always rinse away. It bonds to the surface and mixes with leftover cooking oils. Over time, this creates a tacky film that attracts dust, holds odors, and makes mats feel permanently greasy. If your mat smells clean but feels sticky, detergent buildup is often the cause. Section 4. This one might surprise you. Fabric softeners, dryer sheets, and even towels washed with softener leave behind waxy coatings. When silicone mats are dried on household towels, wiped with cloths that have softener residue, or stored near linens, those waxes transfer. Once they're on silicone, they bind aggressively, and this creates a slick, rubbery coating that soap struggles to remove. And that heat makes it worse. It's one of the fastest ways to ruin how a mat feels. Section 5. Silicone mats are often wiped before washing. The problem is that wiping frequently spreads oils instead of lifting them. Paper towels, sponges, and cloths smear hot fats across the surface and into those microscopic pores. By the time soap hits the mat, oils have already migrated deeper. The mat may look clean, but what you feel is what stayed behind. Section 6. Laying mats flat in the dishwasher. This is one of the most damaging habits. When silicone mats lie flat, dirty water pools on them, grease floats, soap dilutes, residue resettles. Instead of being rinsed away, oils redeposit as the cycle runs. When the mat dries, what's left behind concentrates. This is why mats often feel worse after a dishwasher cycle than before it. Silicone needs strong water flow, full drainage, and exposure on both sides. Upright positioning changes everything. Section 7. This is where tools like SilSpa quietly solve multiple problems all at once. By holding silicone mats vertically, SilSpa allows water to hit both sides, oils to drain away, and heat to circulate instead of trapping residue against the surface. It turns the dishwasher from a grease spreader into a real cleaning step, not just a rinse. Section 8. Trapping oils. Hot fats and dirty water collect in creases where soap and spray struggles to reach. Those pockets become long-term reservoirs of residue and odor. Each time the mat is reheated, those trapped oils migrate outward and spread. This is how a mat that looks fine suddenly starts contaminating everything it touches. Storing mats vertically instead of folded prevents this entirely, and they can be stored directly in a SilSpa cage. Section 9. Silicone holds moisture longer than metal does. When mats are stacked wet or even rolled damp or stored pressed against each other, airflow stops. Whatever oil, soap film, or food vapors remain get trapped between the surfaces. And this is how mildew smells. Mustiness and sticky transfers develop. This is another area where SilSpa fits naturally. It keeps mats separated, upright, and exposed to airflow so that moisture can actually leave instead of being sealed in between layers. Even if a mat feels dry, it might not be. Section 10. None of these habits seem destructive on their own. Together, they spread grease instead of removing it. They add detergent and wax residues. They trap oils inside silicone, and they prevent proper rinsing, block airflow during drying, and press contamination between the mats. The result is sticky mats, lingering smells, dust attraction, flavor transfer, and early smoking. Not because silicone failed, because the system failed. Section 11. Silicone needs a different approach. Moderate soap, not heavy suds, oil breakdown before wiping, upright washing, full drainage, real airflow drying, storage that keeps mats separate. This is where a simple physical system matters. Deep cleaning removes what's already inside the silicone, but how mats are washed, dried, and stored determines whether those problems come back. Section 12. The real fix is using a vertical holder like SilSpa. It solves several of these mistakes all at once. It keeps mats upright in the dishwasher, it prevents them from touching while drying, and it allows airflow during storage so that moisture and residues can't get trapped between the surfaces. It's not about gadgets, it's about removing the conditions that cause silicone to fail. Section 13. If your silicone baking mat feels worse after cleaning, it isn't ruined. It's reacting to a chain of small mistakes that quietly build up over time. And once those habits change, silicone does what it is meant to do: stay clean. It stays odor-free and it lasts for years. Imagine it's like using a new mat every time.